Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Hashtag Anime Talk. This is episode 66. I'm your host, Mr. Lyndon Burton, joined as always by my co-host, Mr. Chris S.J.E. Chris, how you doing, brother? It hasn't been long because I talked to you yesterday.
Yeah, we definitely we can't do that shit from usual. Like, man, it's been a little minute. It was literally yesterday, but I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Yeah, people gotta check out that episode. That was a great podcast.
That shit was fun as hell, bro. That was iconic. We definitely took some fun subjects. We had definitely, it was like a party in that bitch. But
so, y'all make sure y'all check that out, Bros Who Think
episode. Past couple weeks too, like anime wise too.
That's true. Y'all make sure y'all check out Bros Who Think episode 171 just for a taste of just what me and Chris will talk about outside of anime. But we're gonna get into anime. We got a good bit of news, some shocking news, some news that we've been needing to get. And just a lot of good stuff to talk about. Shonen Jump is heating up. We're going to talk about, instead of making a side video about Sakamoto Days, I wanted to just bring that in discussion just to give our first thoughts because we can spoil it because it's just chapter 1. Nothing happened. It's just about how to hook people in.
We need to do like some, you know what I'm saying, hashtag manga talk for these fucking, like the episodes where it's like slow on anime announcements, but heavy on manga content because I'm not going to lie. We got... 2020 as good of a year as it is for anime. It's a great year for manga.
Way better for manga. Yeah.
And 2019 is the same thing. Like 2019, iconic year for anime and then great year for manga. And I feel like this year we get it like the manga's booting up double and the anime slowed down a little bit, but we still got some gas anime. It's just more room for more gas manga. Like
this was definitely the year for manga. That is a fact. Where you had in One Piece? Are you just
especially Shonen Jump? Like they did some experimenting.
Are you still just troweling around in Wano in the early episodes?
Yeah, I'm still in Act 2. I'm in Luffy's in prison. Luffy and my boy Kid, my boy Eustace Kid, they both in prison and shit.
Don't do that, bro. Don't call my nigga
homie trying to break him out. Man, useless the kid, you know what I'm saying? Useless kid. He cool. I feel like he about to do something, but I'm not sure. It's gonna be hard to redeem himself. It's definitely gonna be hard to redeem himself.
Bro, Oda has
up
been
there, nigga. You in there with fucking Law.
Oda has been setting him up as Luffy's rival for forever.
Man, so I feel like Law is more of Luffy's rival than anything.
Nah, Law low-key basically Luffy's like crewmate.
They're low-key like an alliance of crews.
That's what I'm saying. Like Law low-key is part of the Grand Fleet. Like if we being honest, like I don't see Law as someone with his own ambition. Law's not trying to go get the One Piece. He has no desire.
He had his arc. He definitely had his arc.
Mm-hmm.
We got his arc. We got his character development. We got his character type.
And I don't want to spoil anything, but he has one thing left to do, and you don't realize it coming off of Dressrosa. But they just talked about what Law's overall goal is going forward. They like literally last chapter of One Piece.
Man, I don't want to say I've been stalling One Piece because I haven't watched it. Like I want to say I watched it last night or the night before last. But I've been watching these little one-off random ass anime, bro. Like I've been watching something called Crow Marty High. It's like some delinquents. It's like a comedy delinquent anime. It's like an 11-minute episode anime. And this shit is random. Like I was watching the first one just because I've been looking up, some fire delinquent anime. I was watching something, I forget the name of it. It's like a super long name. But I've been trying to weed through the delinquent animes to get that Yu Yu Hakusho feel back. And it's hit or miss, you know what I'm saying? But this one is one of the ones where I was like, I couldn't tell if it was a hit or miss at first, but it kept me intrigued for like 2 or 3 episodes. And now I kind of see what it is. And it's one of them slice of life, just straight comedy bags, but it's funny as fuck for what it is. I just don't know if it's a lot of people's bag. But I've been in some random shit this past couple weeks.
Hell yeah, I just been watching the things we talked about in season 2, like Moriarty the Patriot. I watch that every Sunday. Took a break from Akudama Drive, letting it build up so I can just finish it. That's one that I just want to watch back to back to back. I'm starting that Equinox shit just to come next week and start in 2 weeks. Say how it is.
That shit looks pretty cool so far.
It looks alright.
Decent. Like it looks pretty cool. I can say that.
It looks cool-ish. So like I'm gonna let y'all know officially what I think when we come back. But other than that, just been reading a shit ton of manga. We do have some good news.
Yeah, I've been reading a lot of manga too.
Shit ton. I'm on chapter 57 of Chainsaw Man, so I'm close.
Oh, let's go. You got to get there, bro. You like, whenever you hit a certain, I don't know what chapter it is, whenever you hit a certain chapter,
I think it's once you get to the 60s.
You're not going to be able to stop reading. Like, you're not going to be able to stop. It's going to be like you're going to flood back to back to back. You know what's random? I don't want to call it. It's the Mermaid. I don't want to call it anime because it says anime talk. But you know what? I low key started watching, and then I stopped watching because my girl passed me up. Like my girl finished the series within like 4 days, but I'm still at the beginning arc. But Avatar: The Last Airbender. I've never watched it before in life, and
You're in
I
a
was
great.
actually starting it.
You are in for a great ride. Me and Schubert on Bros Who Binge reviewed it. Like we went through from the beginning, and it took like months. But like we reviewed it every week, and we just finished book 3 like 2-3 weeks ago.
Bro, my girl binged that shit, knocked that shit out in less than a week, nigga. And
It's
now
one of
she's
the
already on
best.
Korra. She's on Legend of Korra.
Now
She's
you see,
cried like multiple times.
let me
It got
tell
me
you.
intrigued because like she don't got no bad taste. Like she be watching shit with good stories and shit like that. And I'm still at the part of Avatar where it's kind of kiddie and shit like that. I'm waiting
Oh
for
yeah,
the story to start
book one.
developing.
Book 1's very kiddie in the beginning. It doesn't get not kiddie until like the season finale. But once you get to book 2, it's like, all right, I know what I'm here for now.
I'm ready for this ride. It puts things into perspective a little more.
But you see, Korra, I don't know if your girl like it, so I don't want to be disrespectful.
Fucking with it. She fucking with it.
I don't want to be disrespectful. But Korra is dog shit.
Oh, and I definitely see it's polarizing on Twitter. I see people every day. I see like a Avatar versus Korra.
Oh, the Avatar stands always argue Korra versus Aang, and like I am thoroughly planted on the Aang side.
And that's one of the things that intrigues me about it. Like a lot of the things that make me not want to watch Avatar is just like timing. Like I want to watch it, and sometimes I don't want to watch it, and it's like I want to watch it at my own pacing. You know how it was with Full Metal Alchemist. I was watching that shit at the slowest pace until it got to like the heat of the fucking arc.
Did you finish
like,
that?
You know what I'm saying? What, Full Metal?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. Like that shit. That
was you finished it?
Yeah, we didn't talk about that on here.
No, you never told me.
I finished Full Metal Alchemist a while back. That shit was iconic.
I thought you just like was halfway through and just stopped watching.
No, man, I watched to the very last episode. That bitch almost.
Oh, so do you see why it's like people consider it top 5?
I'm gonna say yes, but it's not in my top 5. It's
All
not
right,
my
that's
top 5 personal.
That's
But my thing is, I can understand how it is in top 5. Like the thing is with One Piece and all these other, the Shonen Big 3, I like Naruto and One Piece. I don't like Bleach as much, but I do see how Bleach could be considered someone's top 10. But I don't see Bleach being top 5 in my personal opinion.
Thank you.
But as far as Full Metal Alchemist, it's not in my top 5 personal opinion, but I could see how it could make someone's top 5 or even top 3. Like
I thought you was about to disrespect Full Metal.
It's not even close to number 1 for me, but I could see how people would have it in their number 1 depending on their taste. Because for the bag that it is, it executes that bag very well.
The story's incredible.
It's just it's not my bag 100% because it has a slow burn at the beginning. But once you get to the meat of the story, it really turns it. You really get to the heart of the story, and it doesn't.
It's once a certain character. Look, ladies and gents, we spoil on this show. It's once. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna just say this: if you're not caught up on Full Metal Alchemist, just skip ahead like 2 minutes. 1, 2, 3. It's once Mace Hughes dies. Once Mace Hughes dies, and like, there's a mystery afoot of like how did Hughes die, and like Mustang, and then the Mustang, and then Edward and Alphonse are all trying to Edward and Alphonse aren't really trying to find out why Hughes died at first. They're still trying to find this Philosopher's Stone, but once they get wind of Hughes' death, they're like, oh, how does this all tie together? And then you have the Scar arc where the Ishvalans are like technically Jewish people, and like the Full Metal Alchemist country's technically the Germans. Like it goes through all that shit.
Great arc.
Yeah, no, I love Full Metal Alchemist. I'm glad you acknowledge that it could be in people's top 5, unlike Bleach.
It's just not my. And the thing is, I do understand how Bleach could be in top 10, but with all the anime that's out,
top 5 is too high for Bleach.
This is what I say, right? Because I'm one of the people who I argue with people all day because I love damn near everything. I'm too open-minded. I was on my anime list, myanimelist.net, and they said you rate things and you rate, you list everything you've watched and you rate them, 1 to 10, and they gave me a average rating. And my average rating was pretty good because I don't like to shit on shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think there's many anime that I've seen that's like 2 or 3s or maybe even 4s. You know what I'm saying? Most of the anime I've seen are 5 to 10. So the ones that are just unbearable, unwatchable, they're not getting rated for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not rating them at all because I'm not going to even watch it. If it's trash episode 1, I'm not watching that shit. So just the fact that I got through all of these, the big three. I got through what came before the big three for the most part. You know what I'm saying? The new generation. I've seen like the Black Clovers, the My Heroes, Demon Slayers. I feel like everything's really good and does deserve the hype. I don't feel like Black Clover's booted up and doesn't deserve what it gets. You know what I'm saying? Demon Slayer, My Hero, even the OGs, like the big three. A lot of people are like, this don't belong in the big three. It's like, no, the big
No, it
three
does.
definitely is the big three for a reason. I see why Ichigo is a part of the big three. But as far as top 5 anime of all time, I could see it being in your favorites. But
Yeah, but
best,
objective list, nah.
I have taken Dragon Ball as a whole completely out of my list. Top 5. It's in top 10.
That's what this show has done. If that's what this show has done, then I feel like we've accomplished something.
It's top 10. Like for sure, off of the strength of all kind of different things. But as far as top 5 best, there's so many that go above it. You know what I'm saying? And not to be disrespectful to Dragon Ball, because it's Akira Toriyama's iconic.
Oh, we'll talk. Did you read the new Super Chapter?
Did I read the new Super Chapter?
Well, then don't say anything. We will because we don't review that anymore. There's no point making YouTube videos, but we will shit on it. And when we get to our manga section for discussion, because we're going to do a big manga section for discussion. But let's get into the news this week. First off, we got to start off. They've been casting for the Cowboy Bebop series. We finally got new casting information and what they're looking kind of to do. So the Cowboy Bebop series will focus a lot more on Jet's past quite a bit, which is dope. They're going to flesh that out. And some of the characters that we've got is and some of the characters we get pertain to why Jet left ISSP, the Inner Solar System Police, which we didn't really get in the anime, the original version of Cowboy Bebop. And I said if one way they did want to extend it by exploring into Jet, I thought that was the right thing to do. More so explore into Jet than Spike. Leave Spike mysterious and tell the story that has been told with Spike, because technically it's his story. It's his and Faye's story for the most part. Jet doesn't get as much screen time as I would like. So with them doing this, that's something that excites me. So they cast Jeff Stoltz from Stargirl, and he has been cast as Chalmers. You may know Chalmers from Black Dog Serenade. He's Jet's ex-partner who sold him out to the syndicate. So he's been cast. If you're a fan of Law and Order SVU, the lady who is the coroner, who is like the medical examiner, the black lady Tamara Nooney, has been cast as Anna, the Martian bar owner that Spike constantly goes to and has a relationship with. She's playing a version of Anastasia, an affiliate member of the Red Dragon Crime Syndicate, a close friend of Mao, Spike, and Vicious's mentor. While unconfirmed, instead of Anna being a convention store owner like her anime counterpart, the character will have a bar and be the owner of the Rester House. And speaking of the Rester House, you may remember that as the bar from Jupiter Jazz. They have cast Mason Alexander Park as Grin. So Anna's not only going to be the bar owner, not only going to be like the store owner, she's going to be the bar owner that Grin works at, just to kind of tie loose ends and make things connect more, because Anna was an important character in Cowboy Bebop with her and Spike's relationship. It only makes sense that they expand on it this way, and that's sensible in my opinion. We also get Mao. They gender bent Mao. Mao's the leader of the syndicate who Vicious kills. This is not spoiler, because like if you haven't watched Cowboy Bebop and you're listening to the show, what are you doing, brother? Go turn this off now and then just go watch Cowboy Bebop. But in Ballad of the Fallen Angels, Mao is the person that Vicious killed, and it's been gender bent to Rachel House, who was in Thor Ragnarok. She played Topaz in Thor Ragnarok, and she is now going to be the version of Mao for this TV series, which is cool. Also, we also get 2 more casts of Shin and Lin. They were the 2 brothers who were hitmen who worked with Vicious. Lin plays a key role in Jupiter Jazz, and he protects Vicious both from Spike and Grin, while Shin has a lead role in the 2-part finale Real Folk Blues. So in their 2 brothers, Shin also is out to get revenge on Spike for killing his brother, and those people will be cast by Anna Truong and Hong Zudai, and Anna Truong will play Shin and Hong Zudai will play Lin. So some good Cowboy Bebop casting. You know what has me scared? As great as this news was, and I said this casting makes me think the show will be good. I have switched from mid to good now, just from some of the stuff I'm reading about this. But what scares me in the back of my head, we still don't know who fucking dog. We still don't know who Ed is, and that kind of scares me.
Man, all I'm gonna say is they have officially failed me before they've even started.
Oh,
just because, first of all, too many announcements. Like I don't like hearing about you know what I'm saying, them doing all this and doing all that, because they're sitting there, I feel like they're going like,
What's about to
and I'm
drop?
like, nah, man, y'all got to drop that trailer. I need to see what it looks like. The aesthetic will know. Like, the thing is, whenever you see remember whenever the Sonic trailer dropped,
Mm-hmm.
it was an instant no from the entire Sonic fan base. Instant no. They let them know, you know what I'm saying, hey, you need to switch this around. This ain't the CGI Sonic is looking garbage, bro. I don't know who y'all got on your team, but they can't be Sonic fans if they let this pass. And the thing is, I feel like they're testing it with a lot of news just to be like, hey, we're doing this, so we could be like yes or no to where they could fix it and correct it in production. But at the same time, I feel like it's real risky. And it seems like one of those situations where I've been hearing about this Cowboy Bebop live action for years at this point. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
let me say this: it's just about done. It's just about done. We're
They
gonna get
need
it
to
next year.
they need to do something to actually to build hype, because if with all the hype being built around word of mouth, when that trailer drops, you lose a lot of that element of surprise. You lose a lot of that initial hype. You just have criticism. You have instant people are going to look at it and be like, they should have did this and did that. Whenever you could have just dropped that trailer and had people like, oh shit, like the surprise, the thrill
See,
would hit them.
you are the people in the media who cover movies and TV who hate news, and Schubert's like this. You want to be surprised about what's coming, and this is I feel like I understand where you're coming from, because this is like normal fans don't want to know this. This is like if you're into like casting, if you're into like just the
But see,
nitty gritty of it.
I look at it the same way, right? As like anime. When anime drops, this is the news I like to hear, because usually anime comes from manga, right? I like to hear, oh, this manga's getting adapted. I'm like, hell yeah, let's go. So that announcement, the Cowboy Bebop getting into live action's never been good. So you're like, okay, let's see versus let's go. Now the second thing I like to hear with the anime is like, you know what I'm saying, what studio is doing it? You feel me? Like Mappa, is it Ufotable? Is it, you know what I'm saying, Toei? Who's it going to be doing this, you know what I'm saying, the actual anime? And beyond that, it's like once they start getting with the crazy, like this is who's going to be the voices and everything, I'm like, let that drop right before it drops itself. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me know last minute to build up that 2 week suspense hype. You know what I'm saying? But like the every few months suspense hype, it's like it's building up and building up, and it's being like like the closest thing I could think of is in rap with Eternal Take. Me being a Uzi stan, he can do no wrong. He can literally, he's the GOAT in my opinion, and we can go about that forever. But there's people like, Doom, you know how Doom feels about Uzi, right? So Uzi literally dropped the album in 2016, 17 with Love is Rage 2, made people wait for 3 years for this album, and then hyped it up the entirety of those 3 years. Hey, here's some snippets. Oh, it's gonna be the best album ever. You know what? Fuck it. I'm throwing the whole album away and starting from scratch. Everybody's like, what are you talking about? Oh, never mind. I'm back. The new album's ready. And then he finally drops it, and it's like so much hype was built around it that it didn't deliver for a lot of fans. For me, it did. I'm not putting that out there. That's my opinion. But as far as I can understand how Doom would be like, man, this motherfucker made us wait 3 years, talked about it those entire 3 years, and then we got it. And it
I get
wasn't.
where you're coming
But
from.
if Uzi would have just waited those 3 years, not said nothing the whole time, been aloof, like what Frank Ocean does, he plays backseat. He's like, y'all motherfuckers not even gonna know when I come out and be like, bam. And this is something, for all intents and purposes, they could have just announced the first couple announcements and then be like, man, I want y'all to think it's trash. I want y'all to be expecting me to drop a Death Note live action, and then boom, wham, bam. But now, if their trailer is anything short of a wham,
That's what I was about
bam,
to
you're
say.
gonna get those people.
The trailer is very crucial at this point. Like
Yeah,
very,
for
very
sure.
crucial.
That's gonna be the first time you're gonna get your first look at it after all what you've heard of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's very true. Like I said, seeing casting like this and hearing about certain characters and where they go, it leads me to think it's in decent hands, decent to good hands, where I was mid before. I need to
They
see a
got big
trailer.
names. They definitely have big names involved in this. But at the
But like
same
I said, what
time,
scares me, we still don't know who Ed is. Like that's
yeah,
crucial to me.
and they're withholding that information
But see,
probably for good reason.
maybe that's something where it's like we just want you to see him
But what
to
if
believe it.
what if they pull a surprise on us, and that's the drawing point? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just gotta see. Like, the thing is, it's hard to get me hyped, because like the thing is, if they would have came out and been like, and this is a stretch, but like Keanu Reeves is Spike, I'd be like, whoa. then my excitement's through the roof. Keanu Reeves don't do garbage, first of all. Second of all, he is attached. You know, from him wanting, expressing that he's emotionally attached to the content. You know it was in hands of people who love it. You know what I'm saying? And right now I'm getting all these, yeah, I never knew that these people were fans, but now they're like, yeah, we love Cowboy Bebop. We've always wanted to be a part of this. Of course you would say this for the first time when prompted that question after you're, knowingly a part of the project. So I'm sitting there. It's hard for me to get excited still about I forget the dude's name.
John Cho.
John Cho. Harold from Harold and Kumar. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to envision that. So already you letting that sit in my mind and muster for months. Just me trying to.
And we still don't know what he looks like. They should have dropped like a picture of him.
Like my imagination is not that good. Like,
and see, I'm one of those people that I didn't even want Keanu Reeves, but I get where you're coming from with that. I would have preferred that than John Cho. But my argument is Spike is 20-something years old. We need a young person. I'm sorry.
And both of those dudes are old. And I understand what we could do with CGI, especially with the, we've seen Will Smith with the crazy CGI. We've seen Robert De Niro with the crazy CGI.
They don't have that type of budget.
Yeah, that's another scare. That's another scare.
And the budget's a big scare. Like how, this is a space world. You have to make it look good.
And it's very actiony, bro. Are we gonna get a stunt double?
He has one, but that's why he broke his leg, because he tried to learn the martial arts.
See, you thought you was Spike, dog. You gotta calm down.
That might
maybe
be
the method acting. Let's hope he's a method acting. He's really into this shit. Like they really think he's Spike.
We're gonna keep y'all up to date. If I had to guess when we're gonna get a trailer, I'm guessing after The Witcher, because I think Witcher's about to drop, and I think after The Witcher drops, and come 2021, summerish, like maybe for Comic-Con. Honestly, maybe for Comic-Con we get a Cowboy Bebop trailer, and then I feel like the show will drop this time next year, like November.
I mean, maybe it feels like this because in COVID, we've been living in slow motion. Like this year has been like, it's crazy because at the same time this year flew by, but it's been dragging. Like it
felt like every day was super long.
Literally, like just because we've all been in a crib, life ain't like it used to be. But at the same time, months are like snapping away with all the shit that's going, is blowing past us. But so much shit's happening at one time. You feel me? That it feels like we got the announcement for the live action like 2 years ago. So I feel like, bro, the time is really killing everybody. It's like
and it only was a year ago. It was only in 2019.
Yeah.
So
it's not that bad. I guess it's just COVID's making it feel like it's been forever. But like,
because honestly,
of course, the injury set it back too.
That's the thing. We were supposed to get a trailer at least by now, because they were supposed to be done filming in like March of this year, and then like his leg broke.
It's just scary, man. It's like, imagine you go to you know what I'm saying, Waffle House, or you go to McDonald's, and last time you went there, they fucked up your order. Every live action anime adaptation, they fucked up our order. So it's like we're going to this crazy high end best McDonald's in the country. It's like, and you get there and it's already looking sus. Like there's signs of it still being Waffle House, still being McDonald's. You see some people behind the counter, you're like, man, they gonna fuck my shit up. And you got that anxiety already. You know what I'm saying? They may fix you the best meal you've ever eaten in your life. You just don't know. And you're gonna be weary, and you'll be like, when you look at the, you know what I'm saying?
I know. Yeah, no.
I just feel like that hype, that you feel me, it's like we're already going into this scared, but the hype has been built up, and I feel like it should be a sharper hype because Cowboy Bebop, like we've always said, is one of the ones where if you're gonna do live action anime, this is one that would be
America could do.
And it would be something that America would eat up too. It's like something that, why has America not tried to touch this? This is something that, I feel like my stepdad, who's big on Seagal and big on these action movies and big on like
love that
Schwarzenegger and Total Recall. He loves his action movies and his action heroes, and he loves his outer space sci-fi shit. So when you mix that, and he loves his cowboy western shit, you mix all that together, I'm like, this is going to be a recipe for success. But what if it is a recipe for success for my stepdad, who's not an anime fan, but for us who are like die-hard Cowboy Bebop stans, or just even your casual Cowboy Bebop fan that remembers it from nostalgia and Adult Swim, that hadn't watched it in years, they're gonna watch this, they're gonna be super critical of it. So I feel like it has to be dealt with care. And from the announcements, I feel like it's not being dealt with. And not saying from the announcements, because it sounds right. It sounds like they're trying to do the right thing.
This one sounded right. I don't know about the others.
Yeah, and the other ones, I don't know who. Like, I don't know who a lot of these characters are. Like, who is it from the Thor Ragnarok?
It's not somebody that's popping. Like, just some side character.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm sitting there like, they dropping these announcements that they could have kept.
But I do like let me say this. I do like Vicious. I do like Jet, and I really like Faye. So like,
okay.
3 out
And I
of
feel like
4
they
isn't
had to let us
bad.
know that. They had to let us know Spike. They had to let us know Jet. They had to let us know Faye. At the same time, they had to let us know Ein, and they had to let us know Ed, but we're not getting Ed. We're
Yeah, we
getting
haven't
these
got.
side characters. It feels like they're holding stuff from us, and it's just very, it just got me
And,
on my toes. You know
and
what I'm
I can
saying?
kind of understand Ed, because if you show us a child and we don't see that child as Ed, then we're instantly going to be turned off. That's one where it's like, you have to show us Spike, you have to show us Jet, and you have to show us Faye.
I
And
honestly just hope
maybe
it's a
we
no
can.
name.
Yeah, honestly, and maybe that's what it is. Maybe Ed is a no name, and then they're just gonna do his debut when we see the trailer, or her debut, whichever way they go. But we're gonna see, man. So that's what we got with Bebop. We're gonna keep you guys updated. Next up, big news drop today. Big news. My Hero 3 Musketeers, a new
Oh,
movie.
that news.
A new movie. We got a new pick. Todoroki's in it. You're a Todoroki stan. We see new costumes. All these niggas in black. What you thinking?
I think Deku's giving my boy Todoroki all for one. Let's go. Let's have a repeat of the last movie. Let's go. Todoroki all for one. Let's get it. I'm ready. I'm just hyped Todoroki's in the movie.
Me too. And I think it might deal with all for one, because like, let's not act like 3 Musketeers, one for all for one. Like that's where like Horikoshi got this from. So like, gonna be interesting to see how they go with it. There's not much information we got, but I do like Deku's green and black costume. I
love
really like the costume.
I love announcements like this because it's like, boom, so much mystery to it. Like we're gonna give you a little bit just to get you hype, and they probably not gonna say shit for a little minute. But at the same time, this just opened up the floodgates for niggas to hit with the rumors, bro. Like you said, we don't know much about it yet, aside from the image they teased us. But bro, I've been seeing people say anything from like, we're gonna have vigilantes heroes in here. We're about to have vigilantes characters come in here and have like a crossover.
The theory mill is gonna just run rampant. Like everybody's trying to get this content off. Like, I love this is my theory what the movie's gonna be about. I'm not gonna even guess, because like I don't know.
I don't like to guess, but I love reading everybody else's guesses and being like, ooh, I can't wait to see what actually happens. Because 9 times out of 10, it's not going to be anybody's guess.
That's a fact.
The hype is the best part about it. Like whenever we see the Broly movie trailer, we see like, oh shit, it's Broly. What is going to happen in this movie? Like,
we didn't even think it was Broly at first.
Yeah, you're right. It was the new
saying Kamba. Like people were saying Kamba. Like everybody was saying like, who is?
They were saying it was going to be Yamato, the original Saiyan who went Super Saiyan God.
But that's the best part.
That. The fan base all comes out and they're like, let's fucking go. Everybody's hype for different shit, arguing what it's gonna be. But at the end of the day, the fandom is active and it just feels like middle school gym class again, where everybody's just like trading rumors. It's just it's a good time. It's a good time for news. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And look, like I said, this costume that he's wearing, the green one, I'm just saying he needs to switch to that green and black. that shit was swaggy. Like when you look at the old school costume, he leveled up. Bakugo shit looked the same, and Todoroki got a fire new costume. He needs to get rid of that blue shit.
I know Black is his costume is shitting on his last costume. That nigga last costume, he was weak ass sauce.
That's a fact.
I can see how Deku. That's the thing, bro. I love Deku. He's one of my favorite MCs as far as top 10, maybe. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely get the Deku slander on the timeline for a certain amount of years, because nigga, early Deku was bad. Early Deku was dripless. He was just, you know what I'm saying? He deserved all that, but I feel like that sets a good tone for his glow up. And I feel like we're definitely going to see that.
That's my thing with it, 1,000%. All right, next up we got, there was a new trailer for Skate the Infinity, and it's a new anime. The anime centers on Reki, a second-year high school student who loves skateboarding, gets caught up in an underground and dangerous skateboard race of an abandoned mine with no rules. Langa, who returned from Japan from Canada and has never skateboarded before, also gets wrapped up in with Reki. Dirty races, AI races, and other unique individuals compete in the youth skateboard race battle. This actually looked pretty good. It's premiering on January 9th. We will probably do a 1-episode review. Krista, this is up your bag with delinquents. It has a little sports flair with it, with racing. I thought the trailer was intriguing. The animation quality looked pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I really love the trailer. I love the main character's character design, and just the premise. It looks like it's involving like skateboarding, right? You know what I'm saying? So it instantly gives me air gear vibes, and I know a lot of people. It's one of them slept on gems, but its community is big. Like people fuck with air gear. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this is giving me super strong, because air gear was skates, but it was like a specific kind of, some futuristic setting, not too futuristic, but it was like some crazy, everybody was in these skate gang type shit. Just I never thought that I would be that into a manga / anime. I read I watched a few episodes of the manga, but I watched a few episodes of anime, but read more of the manga. Even though I love the anime, that was not something I thought I'd get into. I love Tech Deck as a kid, like the Tech Deck kids with skateboarding. I love Tony Hawk Pro Skater and shit like that. But as a person who doesn't actually skate or skateboard, Air Gear was hard. I don't know if it was the mixture of the element of shonen and ecchi mixed in with the sports kind of aspect of it, but this looks like it's gonna hit the same kind of key points that hit, and I'm excited for that because that was some iconic shit.
This gave me vibes of like K, like just looking like some Neo Tokyo underground grimy, like we're gonna get delinquent shit with like racing. Like if you saw Red Line, I throw Red Line in there in the movie, like gives me those kind of vibes. So I'm excited for this. January 9th, we'll give you a review. The winter slate is looking stacked, people. Let me just tell you, our winter slate, we might be reviewing like 3-4 things in the winter, because like Promise Neverland has to get reviewed. Attack on Titan has to get reviewed. And if Fire Force and Jujutsu Kaisen are still going, they have to get reviewed.
It's so much. Like this is the craziest it's ever been, I think. I think it's because COVID fucked everything up, the timing. So we're getting too much gas. Like we're getting gas overload right now. And the crazy part of it is, we already getting gas overload right now with Akudama Drive, with Yashahime, with JJK, we got Burner Witch at the beginning of this wave. Like there's a lot of gas right now. And when that ends, because that's the thing, certain series are going to end, then certain series are going to keep going, and certain series are going to start while those other series are going. So it's just no breaks. We're not going to have any pause right now. Like I'm loving it.
Yeah, no, I'm loving it as well. So that's what we got on that. Next up, we got for the Tokyo Ghoul fans, manga creator Shuei Ishida, the Tokyo Ghoul creator, announced on Twitter on Monday that he has finished his storyboard for his new manga, which will be coming soon. In English, it's Superhuman X. In Japanese, it's Chojin X. And there was like an image he unveiled, but it didn't really like give you too much or anything like that. It was like just like a being huddled over a naked person. It didn't like it looked like a demon of sorts. I don't know what it was, but Superhuman X, is it gonna have superpowers? Is it gonna be in that demon ghoul bag that he was in with Tokyo Ghoul? Who knows? But just wanted to throw that out there for the Tokyo Ghoul fans as something, that's popping off. Also, Demon Slayer number 3 release in Japan.
This first of all, the Tokyo Ghoul manga, the Tokyo creator manga looks kind of crazy from what I'm seeing. I'm not excited for the Tokyo Ghoul fan base to start back up and get back amped up, but I'm not about to let you slide past that last news. Number 3, baby, all time all motherfucking time, son. This shit passed up so much shit right now.
Yeah.
I know I sent you some memes. of the Demon Slayer fan base getting out of pocket with the art. I don't know how they're this quick with this quality of the art, but these niggas are ready to go. And niggas are like, yeah, we killing Miyazaki out here, nigga, we doing it. And as hype as I am for the accolades, I can only imagine how nuts Japan is probably looking right now with these niggas. Like, if you're not a Demon Slayer fan in Japan, you are probably the most annoyed nigga. Like, I could only imagine, because in America, when Demon Slayer booted up, all it took was Ninja to be like, oh, Demon Slayer is the greatest anime since Naruto, and the anime Twitter was on fire. Fuck you, Ninja. Fucking first anime you ever watched, ass bitch.
Let me give you the update of when it passed away. It's passed away. Frozen, Your Name, Harry Potter, Howl's Moving Castle. The only thing it has left is Titanic and Spirited Away.
They come up for Spirited Away ass, and they come up for Titanic ass.
I can't believe it'll pass Spirited Away. Maybe this has to do with Japanese people and us being in COVID and everything stuck in the house, and there were no movies to be out. And like
maybe it's like the only movie they could fucking see this year.
The only movie they could see, and maybe that played a factor into it. I don't know. I don't want to downplay it, but if it's that good,
I mean, the fact that okay, we're getting those initial announcements. You know what I'm saying? I hate to compare this back to rap because it's not rap talk. You know what I'm saying? But that's like seeing Drake go, you know what I'm saying, 500,000 first week. Everybody's like, oh, shit. And the next week, it's like 400,000 still. It's like, what? What are you doing? And it's like the next month, you think it's dead. Like, nigga fucking Uzi drop, Future drop, goddamn Tyler the Creator drop.
200,000.
Like, Drake just hit another. Yeah, it's like all together, it's like Drake said 6 billion. It's like, what? Where did that come from? You know what I'm saying? It's like they just keep booting up.
And the crazy thing is, this is just one place.
And we ain't even got it. We ain't even fucking got it yet.
The world hasn't got it. It's just Japan. That's the only place we're talking about. So like,
they're not
crazy.
Gonna, this just gave up all fucking hopes of it being, purchased for home stream. They're gonna make us go see this shit in the theater. They was like, bitch, you gonna risk COVID for this Kimetsu.
They
Benbo,
made enough
nigga.
money in Japan to be like, oh, we're gonna wait, baby. Y'all
we're
are just
milking
gonna
it.
wait. Yeah, they're
I don't give a fuck how long you
1000%.
gotta wait. Y'all gonna wait.
We don't give a damn that Wonder Woman's coming to HBO Max for Americans. We're not putting this on Funimation.
We might fuck
Fuck
around
no.
and get fucking season 2 English dub before we get the fucking movie in the theaters. They gonna wait till Biden does the lockdown. They're like, look, we gotta wait till Biden lets up on the lockdown. You know what I'm saying? Niggas say he's gonna do lockdown. We're not about to drop the movie first day of lockdown.
Yeah, they
Like,
can.
he need his monies.
That's a fact. And so we're gonna see how that goes. But that's all we got for news this week. Let's get into discussion. Let's talk Sakamoto Days. Well, actually, let's talk Kishimoto is now writing Boruto.
Yeah, there's a lot of manga news. Just so much manga shit, but Kishimoto writing Boruto is something I have no horse in the race in because I am not a Boruto fan at all.
Will that get you to start?
Nope.
Ooh.
I will tell you one thing. Whenever we get to a certain what episode are we at of Boruto right now? I got Crunchyroll up.
We can't talk about the episodes because the episodes don't follow the manga
at all.
Like, not really.
See, that's where you got me. I'm a anime only for Naruto. I read some Naruto manga, but by the time I picked up Naruto, I always say this, I picked up Naruto late because I wasn't fucking with Naruto. I was too big on Dragon Ball.
This is the Naruto filler
Super.
of Boruto. Like, Boruto's in like straight filler shit. Like,
but
random
even Naruto,
anime created stuff.
Like, I watched it up until, and I started it around the Pain arc, but I started from the beginning, but time-wise, they were on the Pain arc releasing new episodes. By the time I caught up, I had watched a lot of it. I hadn't read barely anything. By the time I got to the fucking Madara arc, I'm watching the backstory with Madara and Hashirama. I'm reading that. So I read a lot of the Naruto, but it's hard for me to, you know how I've been stalling reading My Hero. It's hard for me to read certain manga, especially when there's other manga that's more appealing. This is one of those ones. I need the anime. And as far as the anime being stuck in traditional Naruto filler hell, it's like, I'm not going to get hype about it until they give me a reason to get hype about it. Because I hear that Boruto has a good manga. I really do. I hear it's great, like exceptionally great. But the Dragon Ball Super wait a month for each chapter is one reason I don't want to fuck with it, because I've also been stalling on catching up on One Piece because I like binging 4 or 5. I was watching Callan, shout out Callan, GYB Callan from Taco Underworld. He was tweeting tonight, like he watched 4 episodes of One Piece, and he said he was on episode 950. And I was like, damn, bro, you just passed me up, but I'm catching up to you. And he was like, yeah, bro. He's like, it's gonna suck. I've been binging 4 episodes consistently every night. I guess that's what, his routine. He gets home, he watches 4 One Piece. And it's gonna suck getting caught up and not being able to watch those 4. We have to watch that one every week. But reading, so you telling me when I catch up on Boruto, I'm gonna have to wait a month for the new chapter and wait for another month, and I don't even know if it's mid or not yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know the anime is, but as far as Naruto, I got high expectations because Naruto was so good up until.
See, that's why I'm like, that's why I want to see, because it's Kishi, and like, you got to think Kishi out for blood. He just got axed with Samurai 8. Kubo's back. Oda's still doing his thing.
That's dangerous. Nigga just got axed.
We got the new gods of Tabata, Geiji with JJK, and then the goat Koshi. He got to come back strong. That's what I feel. And then Naruto and then from rumors, I don't know. I'm not spoiling anything. Like,
I've heard some rumors.
They say Naruto's about to die. So, like, if he's about to die,
they say Kishimoto was like, he heard that Naruto was about to die. I was like, fuck that, nigga. Give me my fucking shit back. You tripping.
See, but I heard it's the other way. I heard it was the guy who was doing Boruto didn't want to kill Naruto, and he thought it wasn't his place to kill him.
Kishimoto said, stop being a pussy. Give me that pin.
Yeah. She said, I'm
going to do this shit the right way. Yeah, for real. Oh, weekly Shonen Jump. Y'all wanna hack Hashimaru? Okay. No more Samurai 8. Guess what, bitch? No more Naruto, nigga. Get stuck with Boruto. Boruto's the new MC, the new gen, nigga.
I gotta get caught up just to see what Kishi does. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a Kishi
My
stan.
thing is, like, at the end of Naruto, Kishi, that's whenever he started, you know what I'm saying, with the Kaguya, with the sexy jutsu. This is all Kishi. This is all new gen Kishi. Samurai 8 flopping. This is new gen Kishi. They were saying Boruto is so cold, so lit right now, and Kishi hadn't been evolved. So what if it takes a turn? You know what I'm saying?
That's
From
true, but
being
I
so
want to know.
to not
I rather read and find out if it him like just constantly on this decline, or if this is his upswing back into prominence. I want to see how it goes.
Maybe this will get me back into it. Like, maybe Kishimoto getting back involved will make it take that turn to where the arc because they need to wrap up this arc so the manga could get, the anime could get there. Like the anime only stays in filler hell while the manga finishes up the arc. They don't want to start on something that's gonna take forever to finish.
Well, they got a lot like that. I don't understand what the
The
anime is
probably
doing.
mostly fucking
but
filler.
it's so far behind. Like they're just working on the arc that leads up to this arc. Like
My
they're
thing
3,
is
4
just
arcs
stop
behind.
it. Just stop. Don't do filler. Like
They
just
shouldn't do
wait.
the Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood thing. They should just wait till the manga got to a point where they felt comfortable.
Like,
But
you know how long we waited
it's that
for fucking
money.
Mob Psycho?
It's Viz won that money. That's what that is. So
Yeah.
But we're gonna have to wait and see. I'm gonna definitely get caught up so I can see what Kishi's doing next month. So I'm gonna check it out next month for sure.
I'm
and
gonna
I'll
be watching on Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter's going crazy. Also, new Shonen Jump, Sakamoto Days. I thought this was great.
Yeah, I liked it. This was a strong first chapter.
Hitman, like old school. It felt like you read Boichi's Wallman and Sunken Rock. Felt like an old Hitman coming out of retirement doing his thing, but he's not really because he still works in a grocery store. His old life is coming back into it. He ends up like converting a hitman to join his side. And I feel like each week is going to be like different shenanigans of like his past life coming to confront him. Will he, won't he join back the life? And like, it's going to have your comedy bag of him being in a grocery store and just living with his family. So it's going to be like wholesome, but at the same time, pretty actiony. And let me say this, the action in chapter 1 of Sakamoto Days was some of the best action I've seen in Shonen Jump this year. Like, it was phenomenal. And like the blood and the gore that they did, I was shocked.
I was shocked to be reading this in Shonen Jump. Like,
this
is not typical Shonen Jump, and I like that. I like them experimenting, bro. Every time they've experimented this past. I feel like Kaiju number 8 is an experiment.
Undead Unluck, definitely
they've been hitting. Like, I feel like they're like, okay, finally we have, not saying a new big 3, because the big 3 was an era of the hottest shit at that time was Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece. Right now, the hottest shit at the time is fucking My Hero, Black Clover, Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, Chainsaw Man, fucking Boruto, Dragon Ball Super still, you know what I'm saying? Undead Unluck. There's a lot of shit. Dr. Stone. They have so many heavy hitters right now to where they're like, okay, we got our shonen bag. We got our
big 3 bag.
You know what I'm saying? Now we could just, let's see what else works. Let's see what else we can do. People
Stuff
like
that we were scared to do
in
the future. And I think this is going to be successful for them. I think this is going to be
so much money right now. Like, I ain't gonna lie. The money from My Hero Academia and Demon Slayer alone is a big ass bag that they have to just.
And that's without counting One Piece.
And that's without counting One Piece, and it's wiggle room. You got so much wiggle. Like, I was watching Anthony Fantano review. He was reviewing fucking Jaden Smith, and he was talking about how he has room to fail. Like, your dad's Will Smith. You got money. You don't. You're not as hungry.
Has room to fail.
Definitely they got room. They could go ahead, experiment. Keep giving them these random.
And then you got Tite Kubo coming back, gonna give them a lot of money because that was successful.
Burn the Witch was really good.
Wait till Black Clover that up. And just once Black Clover starts making movies like My Hero, which is coming, because Black Clover's in a spot where it's about to blow the fuck up. Like, it is, the manga is nuts right now. JJK, I assume, is gonna get movies because it's that good. And they have room they're playing with house money right now. They're playing with money that they didn't bring. Like, they went to the casino, brought, like, let's say they brought $300. They won $300 more, and they get to keep their original 3, and they're playing with the 300 they won from the casino. So they could just go wild with it and see if they win as much as they can. If they lose, it's cool because they're not losing any of the money that is theirs to begin with.
Like, when you see, and I keep using Demon Slayer as an example because I saw somebody post a chart today, like Demon Slayer 2000, because I want to say it started 2017.
The sales for Demon Slayer is nuts. The manga, like, Japan loves that thing.
They showed the sales in 2017 and then 18, and then it wasn't really hitting like that. And then they showed the sales for 2019, and it was like, boom, a little increase. And then it showed 2020, it's like, boom. So it's like, it really showed what an anime adaptation will do for the manga sales. So
JJK's
like you said, they're already
playing
with that money. They're already playing with house money, but they're about to experience it even crazier with JJK because it's just starting with JJK. I feel like the flood is about to turn to Demon Slayer in the past couple of years. Like, JJK is about to be up there in that Demon Slayer One Piece range, maybe even with My Hero, all 4 of those in the same bag. But when Chainsaw Man gets adapted, when Kaiju number 8 inevitably gets adapted, I feel like all these are gonna boost the sales. So they already have shit in the pocket. They got that passive income.
And the My Hero sales in America. the My Hero cells in America are funding some shit too, because like My Hero is the biggest thing in the West. Like the West eats that shit up, and it's like been New York Times bestseller since 2017. Like it's been killing. So like,
I just can't believe we're in an era of manga and anime to where shit is going this nuts again. Like I just had a conversation with my girl,
realize
bro.
that because like Coach is doing collabs with Naruto, Gucci's doing collabs with One Piece, like
The anime drip is going crazy. Bape done did 3. Bape did Naruto, One Piece, and Dragon Ball so far.
And like you have superstars talking about anime that never talked about, where Diddy, Biggie, fucking Lil Wayne, Kanye, they never talked about anime. That's why Kanye's fake. He's talking about it now, but like
Uzi got this man Future on a song called Baby Sasuke. I never thought I would hear Future and Sasuke on the same project ever.
And Future has no idea what that is. No idea. Zero.
Uzi probably sitting there like, Future probably like, what are you talking about on this song? Fucking Sasuke, Naruto. Uzi's like, bro, you gotta watch it. And Future like, nigga, not watching that shit, dog. We can name the song this. I'm gonna let you do your thing, but I'm not watching Naruto, dog.
Future would never.
I can't even see Future's attention span sitting down and watching the first up until the Zabuza arc. You know what I'm saying? But it's mainstream again. This is we might actually be getting our first fucking.
It might be bigger
Cowboy
than.
Bebop.
It might be bigger.
We might be getting our first good.
No,
live
I'm not
adaptation.
gonna say might be. It is bigger. Anime is definitely bigger.
Oh, it's huge.
It's the biggest it's ever been.
Bro, I'm seeing people that before would never be admitting to being an anime fan in certain cultures. We know the people. We know in every culture, they have their own bag, and anime has always been its own bag. And a lot of people haven't really dabbled in it in any other culture. Like you don't see too many sports people, too many rap people, too many
and it's
movie
everywhere.
People. Yeah, now you're seeing just regular like teens that aren't anime fans. Like before, only anime fans fucked with anime. Now it's just random regular people fucking with anime.
That's
and then you got the me and you that's like we're deep into it. But then we got those people that's like the girl. I know girls that are like, I just watch B-Stars. That's my shit. It's really cool. I think it's neat. They got some of those new wavy people that's like, I just watch My Hero. I just watch Demon Slayer. I just watch One Punch Man. Like, I feel like we got. It's cool. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's a good thing. It's a great thing because then that gets more content like this for us. Like, let's have these one-off fans. Like,
this is the new golden era.
Spend all your money you want on just the Demon Slayer, just the My Hero, whatever you want, because that allows Shonen Jump. That allows Shonen Jump to give us Sakamoto days, because without that, we wouldn't get this. Like, there's no way we were getting this without that. Like, they made an anime, but they made a manga. It ended, but they made a manga about a person writing a manga. Like that. Like they're playing with house money. They're just throwing shit at the wall, scene with sticks, and like, I'm not mad at it because that means we get to see a lot more different things. All right, if you're not caught up on Dragon Ball Super, skip ahead to the Fire Force and Jujutsu Kaisen review because that'll be the final thing of discussion. Krista. Oh, 1, 2, 3. We're spoiling the latest chapter of Dragon Ball Super. What the fuck was that? What was that Susanoo stand? what was what?
It was trash. Review over. No, I'm playing.
The arc ended. Like people were talking about, this is Vegeta's arc. What did Vegeta do?
Nothing.
He did some energy shit, but like
that nigga talked.
Yo, what was that? What was that stand? The Star Platinum Goku Ultra Instinct Susanoo form.
I've seen people, and I try to stay away from watching a lot of this stuff until after we speak on it on the pod. But I'm a big Geekdom fan. I watch a lot of Geekdom videos, but now I kind of hold off until after we speak on shit. But at the same time, I saw him tweet before I read the chapter, and it built my hype up for the chapter. He was like, "Oh yes," he was like, "Toyotaro's the GOAT" or some shit like that. I'm like, okay, let's see what they do.
Fucking thing, and I was like, "Oh, all right, lit. It's about to be good."
I was excited. So I read this shit, and I was like,
winning. I was like,
"What from this warranted a positive response?" Because to me, it seems like they just bullshitted their way through the last 2 chapters. Like the last 2 chapters were like
they didn't know how to defeat Moro.
Great thing. It's like they blew the game in the last minute. I feel like they were up like 20 points, and then they just sat on the bleachers and let the other team just dunk and threes, and they're caught up now. I'm saying you about to lose.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
Where did that power come from Goku? Where did he pull that out of?
Where did the whole Whis telling him you got to break the why didn't they? Where was that at the beginning? Why he didn't just you lose all your powers? Why was that? Why did you just ass pull right before Whis magically has to leave? He's like, oh yeah, by the way, hit the fucking thing on his forehead. It's gone.
And I didn't think
all known.
I didn't think Oob existed.
I did not think that they were gonna bring Oob into.
Super.
And this is my thing. I was very confused when I saw the timeline. Half happy about the Oob shit, and have not happy about the Oob shit. Kind of like, okay, something's going on with Oob. Apparently, Oob's gonna be in this chapter or something. I'm
Like
like,
I like Oob as a character, but like it didn't make sense to me. Like,
not in this context.
yeah,
It's not
random.
how I wanted this. We
And I
wanted this, but that's not how we wanted this.
and this doesn't, and just because he's there doesn't make me think like all the good thoughts of like, yeah, Oob can channel, like that's what people saying he could maybe tap into God key. Shout out to Delta D's, that's one of his theories. Like he could do this, he could do this. But have they shown us any like, should we put faith in that they're gonna execute in some of these cool things we think they can do when they've never done anything cool? Like I'm just gonna be honest, nothing they've done has been cool, because you can't say Moro's been cool because they floundered. They turned Moro into baby Muzan.
He was cool.
It
And that's
was.
the thing, Muzan was cool. That's why I always give Muzan their props and Moro their props. But at the end of the day, bro, they just fumbled with that rock bad. I can't believe they fumbled with the rock this bad, because Moro was one of my favorite villains. I think I said that in one of the reviews. I'm like, this is my favorite super villain so far.
That this was the best super arc so far.
Yeah, I fucked with him more than I fucked with Jiren.
That's
Goku Black. Those are two iconic villains.
And now since Goku can tap into Ultra Instinct, where does the show go? Where does the story go? Because no one should be able to beat him now.
Yeah, realistically, but Moro was giving him a run for his money as the president.
But Moro was able to turn into Ultra Instinct though. That's the thing.
It's just dumb to me. It's just they had something going, bro, and they just fumbled with it. I don't understand how you could take that momentum and then steer it in the complete.
Is Goku gonna be able to use his stand forever? Is he gonna be able to go to Susanoo mode Goku forever now? Like, I don't know. And like, how
stand?
And my question is, Vegeta's useless now.
Oh, he's definitely useless, and he showed that. Like, he proved it.
Like, let's call a spade a spade. If Goku has Ultra Instinct, can have this big giant form, no one can beat him now. Like, unless he's about to fight the Angels, which may happen because of they had to pull Beerus and Whis away. They may say they want to destroy the Earth, which, you know, I would have been cool with before this happened. But, like, I don't know if they can execute that well.
It's very weird what they're doing. It's very weird what they're doing with that whole last-minute trip. You know what I'm saying? Last-minute trip to, Beerus, I got to go. Because Beerus was about to step in.
He was about to kill him.
And I'm sitting there like, okay, so Beerus has been there the whole time, but now he's going to step in. And as soon as he steps in, something happens that's not related to him stepping in necessarily. It's relating to Mirrors, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, everything just seemed like random, and it seemed sloppy. It seemed just kind of all over the place. I don't really understand how you could be that all over the place. They did not know
how they wanted to finish this. That's what it seems like to me. So
they were like, yeah, we're killing it. We don't know where to go from here.
Just wasn't good. Just wasn't good.
I don't think they were expecting it to be this good. I think they were just building up to nothing, and they were just like, fuck it. They're eating it up. And then we started really eating it up, and they were like, shit, what do
we do?
Well, let's just do this and see. They were just throwing shit at the wall and saw it sticks, and just to that point, everything was sticking. Just now, or unless we're about to get a big curveball, but it's just kind of an annoyance at how they're doing it.
Yeah. It's like, what's my point in reading this? Like we just said, we have things like Kaiju number 8, Sakamoto Days, Boruto, One Piece, My Hero, Demon Slayer, Chainsaw Man, Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer. We have all these great things. Why do I need to read Dragon Ball Super to get this mediocre bullshit?
And bro, it was so good before this. I'm still giving it hope to see where it goes from here, but as far as, full chapter reviews and shit like that, this one isn't really worth the hype. It was, the other ones were really great and they were definitely worth acknowledgement, but the last two are definitely worth the opposite of praise. You're gonna get some harsh words because it's a harsh chapter. It was harsh to sit through. It was like every page turn was like, okay,
it just kept getting worse and worse.
Okay, what? Okay, it's like nothing.
Bro, when I saw that Super Tall Goku, I was like, are y'all shitting me?
When I saw Oob, I was supposed to be excited, and I wasn't. I was confused, and I didn't get excited at all until the end of the chapter. At the end of the chapter, I was like,
the nigga just vanished like Thanos dust. I was like, oh.
What now?
Where do we go from here?
Yeah. So they broke the shit on his face, which was anticlimactic as fuck. I feel like that whole, because literally, bro, they called Whis and Beerus, and then Whis was like, oh, yeah, by the way, like on his way out. Like, what were you doing this whole time, Whis? You know what I'm saying? Like, you knew that the whole time? The shit been on his face, Whis. You know what I'm saying?
Why
Like,
did
I
you
don't
say
get it.
anything? Yeah, no, I agree. And it doesn't make sense to me. So, we're going to have to wait and see what more of that. But let's talk about something that's great, which is the anime that is running on television or running on streaming right now. Let me not say television. On Crunchyroll. We got
Uh-oh.
Jujutsu Kaisen and Fire Force. Where do you want to start? You were hype on this week's Fire Force.
Let's do that one next. Let's start with JJK. Cause I
Let's start
got
with
a lot to
JJK.
say about if I can be eating my words on Fire Force a little bit.
Oh, wait, is it bad?
No, we it's not what I expected. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it blew you away.
But we could do either one first, whichever one you want to do.
Nah, we can start with JJK. I got it pulled up. So
I,
yeah,
I fucks with
let's get to
JJK,
it.
man. That's my
JJK
shit
was
right
great.
now.
These were great episodes. Episode 7 trended on the timeline. Like we said, it was a big episode. This was the Goju battle. This was the explanation of the power system. So basically, episode 7, assault while in transit. Goju is suddenly attacked by a special grade cursed spirit Jogu. And after launching several attacks that never hit, Jogu comes face to face with Goju. In Goju's strength, in an instant, Goju returns to Jujutsu Tech and easily picks up Itadori, which causes Jogu anger to erupt. He then takes his next move, to which Goju just destroys him. We learn about domain expansion, where a domain expansion is where these curses and sorcerers can open their domain, which thus increased all their baseline stats. If they have to shoot something at someone, the ability automatically fires at them because they're in their territory. It's basically like their zone, or like they're in, like, kind of like Law's room, how anything inside the room Law can control and like shoot at you. This is basically that. And the way you fight with domains is if your domain can overtake depending on like who's weaker or who's stronger. If your domain can overtake the other person's domain, then you can destroy it and defeat it. And we saw Jogu's domain, which was like this lava magma shit. And Goju was just like, oh, bet. Lifts up his bandana. She sees those blue eyes, does his infinite void domain, and then just destroys Jogu. And then basically all of his spirit friends, or like all of his other demon friends, were like, oh, we told you, nigga. And they just picked him up, and then they escaped. And we get our first look at Mahito, which is a big villain in this series. And yeah, man, that's basically episode 7, a big brawl. And we got to see why Goju Sensei is the strongest jujutsu sorcerer.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. He this is the episode where we saw his fan, right? Oh no, that was the next episode where we saw his like #1 fucking fan hype out, like
Oh
fangirl
yeah,
over him.
yeah. That's next
But
episode.
this episode was really good. The action was really good. The explanations are really good. I like how you compared it to Law's room. You know what I'm saying? It really reminded me of the Yu Yu Hakusho territories at first as well.
That's what
you know what I'm saying?
that's why I said territory. Yeah. Yep.
That it really reminded me of that a lot. Now I really do like how you know what I'm saying, the mangaka takes a lot of influence from a lot of different places. And it's definitely it's seeming to be, you know, he's taking a lot of different influences from a lot of different places. And it's obvious influences, but he's doing them subtly and mixed together to make its own thing. Like
you could tell he's a
thing,
Tagashi
clearly.
stand too. Because
Oh,
like the
you
next
could tell.
episode felt very Yu Yu Hakusho, just with the get up and just the way they talked to each other and walked. And like honestly, the power system of this feels very Hunter x Hunter, of how in
Yeah.
depth it is. Like,
Oh, yeah.
this is some of the most in depth power system I've seen since Hunter x Hunter.
Facts. I wasn't expecting this. Like, I
And
wasn't
they go
expecting this
more
kind
in
of
depth
power
into
scale.
it as we continue. Like, this is just the tip of the iceberg, really. Like, now that they explain domains, it's gonna get more and more intricate as we progress.
I definitely I'm excited to see this big villain. You know what I'm saying? This big villain, I'm excited to see what his deal is going to be, because I definitely thought that the villain we just had with the volcano head is what I'm going to call him. You know what I'm saying? Jogo, uh, he wasn't cutting it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I really didn't like his shit talking. I really didn't like how he was like, you can't beat me,
He's a
yada
bitch.
yada. I'm like, son, you just a bitch ass nigga. Like,
The
you just a
two villains
regular.
we got to worry about is the lead nigga with the fucking gauges, and then Mahito, who's like his right hand man lieutenant, who we just met at the end
Like,
of it.
the whole time Gojo's sitting there like, oh, you cute. You really think you about to fuck me up? And he's like, try to hit me. I would just do it.
Like,
Try to
nigga,
hit
you
me.
weak.
And he's sitting there like, this got to be a trap. At first, he's like, nah, this can't be a trap. I'm just going to hit him.
Yeah, try to touch him.
And
Try to touch me.
you tried, you failed, and then you're still cocky. After trying and failing, you're still cocky. Then all of a sudden, Gojo's student comes out And he's like, hey, look, I'm glad you're here. Look, sit down. We're going to watch. It's going to be lesson number 1. And that's not a red flag to you. You still cocky. You still sitting there like, you wish it's going to be, I'm going to beat you up, man. You're just a whack ass dude. I'm the villain. I'm just gangster. I'm sitting there like, bro, this nigga is clearly not taking you serious. He's literally pulling up a chair for a demonstration to his student. He's letting him in the territory so he could fuck you up. You know what I'm saying? And you sitting there, you're not even taking heed to that. You feel me? And I just really didn't like this villain. I felt like he could have been a little bit more badass, but I definitely like how they bitched him really, really quickly and really easily. And it makes me just change my perspective of him because
he's the bitch of the group.
I should have known he was a bitch ass nigga from the last episode when he was killing all them people in the cafe. Because mangaka usually don't let villains get away with that and then make them just look badass. Usually the badass villains kill in crazy ways. You know what I'm saying? Like not just on some like, I don't care, I'll kill all these weak motherfuckers. Like villains don't just kill weak people for no reason. Whenever you see innocent lives get
unless they're just killing everybody.
Unless they're just killing everybody. But a lot of times when villains just take people out, it's for shock factor. Like, yeah, I don't give a fuck about them. But this time it was just like, that was random. I didn't care about them fucking people in that cafe. He murked them and he was laughing about it. You can just tell he's a bitch ass nigga. He's like one of these whack ass, villains from the Dark Tournament that were just like evil for the sake of being evil and they got whooped really easily and they're very forgettable. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
And I feel like he needed to be that.
No, 1000%. What would you rate episode 7, 1 through 5?
I'll give it a good 4.5.
Yeah, I'm giving it a 4.5 as well. Great fight. Very, 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 very dope. And we finally get to see why Goju Sensei is very important to the story. And this going forward is going to be something that's very important because he is the strongest Jujutsu sorcerer. So we get to episode 8.
Pretty boy Gojo, man.
That's the man, bro. We get to episode 8, Boredom. While they're training for the exchange event, Kusakage, Nobara, and Fushiguro come face to face with Kyoto's Jujutsu Tech second years, Mai and Todo, who challenge them to a fight. Todo overwhelms Fushiguro with physical strength. Meanwhile, Nobara is disgusted by Mai's comments and says something to provoke her, but she gets her ass whooping a little bit. Todo, man, I like tall women with fat asses.
Bruh. Iconic episode front to back.
Todo's your boy, huh? I know.
Yep.
I know.
He was my boy before I even knew who he was. I just thought he was intriguing from all the pictures and clips I've been seeing from him on.
He's that Inosuke. He's that Inosuke Kenpachi type character.
Bro, first of all, he got his respect from me. He loves him a thickie. You know what I'm saying? He's like he takes that shit serious. I just thought that was the most funny shit ever. How he was like, I gotta ask you a personal question, and how Megumi, you know what I'm saying, Fushiguro.
They use like this feels to me like Geiji is like involved in like just understanding how the world works. Like kids today always talk about damn that ass girl, and like we got a that ass character. They showed Lord of the Rings when Itadori was watching movies. We had a Jennifer Lawrence reference. Like I just love how
the real world
is like really invested into like making this feel relevant to today's youth.
Exactly. I feel like he really captures that without being corny and without being
it's not
cringy.
Corny. It's natural. It's very, very natural. And I love
it's accurate. It's surprising how in touch he is with the youth and how in touch he is with just, the references that we get.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. And Todo was whipping Megumi's ass, bro. Fushiguro was getting his ass whooped. Every episode, it seems like Fushigiro's flying through like 17 buildings. And I'm like, how's this nigga still alive? Every time.
Every episode, Fushiguro is like, I still like him as a character a lot, but he definitely is not who I thought he was. From episode 1, I'm like, okay, so he's gonna be this quiet, badass Sasuke kind of character to where he's very quiet, he's very dark, he's very mysterious, he's very badass, he's very, you know what I'm saying, brute force, but now he seems to be like this Kuwabara kind of character where he's kind of like very innocent. Like whenever dude asked him, he was like, hey, look, let me tell you something about me. Like before we fight, I gotta get a feel for you as a dude, see who you are, you know what I'm saying? If we even gotta have a fight. See, me, I'm the type of dude, I like women with fat asses, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I need me a one with some yams. What's up with you? Like, let me know. I know it's personal. I know you might not want to talk about this with strangers.
But let me know. It's like we won't fight if we can connect on that level.
And I thought he was gonna say something, not typical, but the way he was like kind of shying away from saying something at first, I thought he was gonna have some weird kind of funny ass answer, be like, I like feet or like thighs, some kind of weird shit. You know what I'm saying? To be like, oh, I like girls with buck teeth, something super random and super like punchliney as far as funny. But he really came back and he was like, it's about the personality. He came in with this like honor kind of like, oh, Shad, you get the girl. I hope you get the girl of your dreams. You know what I'm saying? Because he seems to be more of like the MC kind of archetype for like you don't think like if they would have asked Itadori Yuji that, he would have answered the same way. He'd been like, I need a baddie, look like Jennifer Lawrence, you know what I'm saying? Got to make the Stallion poster in the room, you feel
It's
me?
funny you say that. That may happen. That question may be asked again.
I'm excited to see that because I know Yuji has to meet this new character. But what's his name again?
Todu.
Todu. And I fuck with Todu a lot, bro. Like Todu, he's like the hair, from the aesthetic to the buffness to the like the eyes, everything,
to the
just everything
scar.
about him, everything to the scar, to the personality. The personality really sells it. And I did not expect, because he just looks like a hard ass badass. Every time I've seen people post scans and screenshots of the manga, I did not expect this to be his character type.
Yep, that's him, and he's just that badass brawler that just kicks butt, and I love it.
I like that. He beat the fuck out of Megumi, bro.
Yeah,
he beat, like,
whooped his ass,
bro. I wasn't expecting that at all.
And then the boy Panda comes,
satisfying.
Panda and the other homie come in and save Megumi's ass.
Save that nigga.
Yep, saved his bitch ass.
The
but
twins,
then at the same,
though.
That's what I was about to say. Then at the same time, we meet Mai, and that's Maki's twin sister, and she can put cursed energy into weapons, whereas Maki can't use cursed energy as all. She has to use cursed energy weapons. And then like she was shooting Nobara, and Nobara was knocked out for a little bit. Maki comes in, distracts her, Nobara puts her in the chokehold, and we just see that Mai's just this mean bitch.
I don't know what was up with that weird energy, because as soon as she touched down, she was being very passive aggressive and very like fake friendly. And as soon as she would have said that shit about, hey, your homie died, nigga, that nigga was a bitch. You know what I'm saying? We smoking on your dead. She put a goo up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we smoking on your dead ops,
on that
nigga.
Pookie pack, nigga.
Shit funny to me, nigga. Your boy dead.
Nigga.
Oh, you sad? Because that shit hilarious to me.
I put him in the ground, buddy.
I don't care if they were both trying to be like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, we didn't really care about him. They should have both had a little bit of more mean reaction to her after that. I'm sitting there, you're not about to, like, that was my homie at the end of the day. He was a part of the squad. He dead. Don't talk about the nigga like that. He just died. Show some kind of respect. I'd have mobbed out on her ass instantly. She wouldn't have got to the point where she would have shot me. You feel me? Because she'd have been, I'd have been catwalking that bitch if I was Nobara. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't talk about my dog like that. Like, first of all, you don't know me. I don't know you. Don't even feel like you comfortable enough to come over here talking like that. You know what I'm saying?
And I didn't like how she was talking to Maki.
No, definitely didn't like that either. I definitely like Maki a lot more. At the beginning, I'm like, okay, so she's gonna be this kind of mean, you know what I'm saying? But they made you feel for her early on. They made you like kind of like her a little bit.
And then her and Nobara's conversation just about how Nobara starts to respect her. Loved it, loved all of that. This was good characterization for the others. And then we meet the principal of Kyoto, who wanted to capture Itadori, and Goju basically puts him in his place. Like, nigga, you've been trying to stop all this swelling of power, and now it's about to explode, and I fucking love it.
Gojo's just a badass. Like, even from the last episode we reviewed, where he was talking about, like, nigga, I could kill all you bitches, but I'm not trying to live like that because it's gonna be annoying. I'm gonna cut the head off the fucking, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's like, we going crazy in this bitch. You could just tell Gojo got this fucking crazy agenda. He don't give a fuck. He's like, fuck y'all. And he's like laughing in their face. It's crazy that he's on their team.
But they can't do nothing to him. That's the thing. They cannot do anything.
They just gotta let this man do what he's gonna do. And the crazy part is he's really bent on that. And I'm excited to see that, because you never really see, and the Naruto comparisons are gonna be there. You know,
he's different than Kakashi.
Yeah. A lot different. And this is what I was about to get at. I saw somebody tweet this week that Kakashi was useless. And that shit pissed me off initially. You feel me? Because Kakashi is far from useless. You feel me? But at the same time, I understand what they were trying to say. They broke down that, you know, he wasn't essential as far as what was Kakashi really doing. But aside from, you know what I'm saying? You know, you gotta give Kakashi his credit. He's goated. You feel me? Yeah. But at the same time, he had his little arcs. I remember whenever Kakashi died and shit like that. But he didn't really have this overarching kind of goal. He was kind of just a key point as far as, you know, he was Obito's people. He was, you know, Mike Guy's people and shit like that. He was definitely integral in the plot, but he was just there as kind of like plot progression. He didn't really.
He didn't have his own like
goals.
He didn't have a storyline per se, like a through line storyline.
And you got his personality.
But I mean, I guess his goal was similar to Jiraiya's, about trying to bring forth this new era and like fulfill his master's dream of getting Naruto trained and taking care of Itachi. Like, his goals were there, but it wasn't like this. It was not like this.
He was definitely a badass, but he wasn't this level
Kakashi
of
wasn't useless. Like that's a bad take. Nuts. Yeah, but this dude's crazy. Goju is on a different level.
And I really like that too. I really like him being the head of the camp, and I will say, watching the anime, the eyes, the beautiful eyes, you know what I'm saying? look way better in the manga. Like he looks crazy,
Yeah,
crazy spooky, crazy scary, crazy badass in the manga. In the anime, he kind of does just look like a pretty boy. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
no, that's
saying?
a
Pretty
fact.
boy
I
Gojo.
definitely am a manga Goju stan by far when it comes to like his powers. But in the next episode, we meet one of my favorite characters, Goju's like right hand man, like one of his lackeys with the
Okay,
glasses. I'm excited.
let's
That nigga's a
go.
baller. I can't think of his. I can't think of his name right now because like I don't know all of the JJK characters' name off rip, but
For
he's a
sure.
great character. So be on the lookout for that. What would you rate episode? I think that was 8.
4.7, 4.8
Ooh,
maybe.
higher than the Goju fight.
Bro, love the new characters introduced, love the fight, loved the comedy, loved the progression, loved the exposition. They did not miss for one single second of this episode. To whereas the last episode, it was iconic, but the fight, I don't want to say the fight seemed anticlimactic because that's not doing it a service, but that's doing it a disservice. But at the same time, this episode was just like all gas, no brakes, all shock value. It was just like a crazy roller coaster that didn't stop, and I'm appreciative of that.
I'm giving this one a solid 4.4. Not as high as the last one, but it was a great episode. It was a great episode. Great exposition. I'm ready for JJ. I'm just ready to just ride this JJK roller coaster because I'm loving seeing the anime version. After being a manga guy who's caught up, I love watching this anime week to week. And speaking of an anime that we both love, let's jump to Fire Force, episode 20, Weapon of Destruction. Company 2 and Company 8 launch a joint multi-pronged investigation into the Nether and are met with resistance by the White Clad. The squad containing Tamaki, Juggernaut, face a particularly new foe named Orochi. So, and while that's happening, we meet the new lieutenant of Company 2, the dude with the green eyes and the bullet. And this is basically like the Tamaki episode. What'd you think?
Man, I fucked with it. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Tamaki, Tamaki is not my favorite character. But she's becoming that. She's turning into that.
Dang, that's a hot dang. Poor Juggernaut crazy. Got fucked up though.
Juggernaut's also one of my favorite characters. This was one of the most compelling episodes I've seen because first of all, you get to see Juggernaut's homie getting murked. Nigga got his shit collapsed. He got his cheeks clapped quickly. Got his head fucking whipped off.
He thought he was that dude too with his machine.
I didn't think he was gonna die like that.
Yeah,
bro.
I didn't think he was gonna die either. I didn't think they were gonna kill him
like he was at least gonna be a running character because he was like, oh, I got the memory loss thing, and yada yada. I'm like, okay.
And then they gave him green eyes. Like they don't give eyes to people unless they're important. His gun powers were cool, and I was like, all right, lit. Nigga just got murdered.
I was expecting to see him for a few more episodes. This motherfucker didn't even make it through this one.
That's a fact.
Is nuts. I saw that shit and I was like, oh, he's dead. And I'm like, oh, he dead. Like, as soon as they killed him, I was like, this motherfucker ain't coming back. They really just did that. That
and
shit,
poor
my jaw
Juggernaut
dropped. I was just sitting there.
Got his leg cut off and his arm cut off. Do we think Juggernaut's okay?
I think he is. I still don't really realize how he's okay. I really don't realize.
And I don't understand how his body works. Yeah, like
Same.
I don't understand how where he hides at. So like I think he's okay, especially since Tamaki was trying to take him to the top. But yeah, no, Tamaki proved herself, man. She did it. She was trying to stand in there. She tried.
This episode she did. You feel me? And I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting more used to her lustrous nature, whatever the fucking
her lustiness.
I get more used to it. And the thing is, they didn't build this up to be anything crazy. Like they didn't have an enemy that she was like. She didn't make the statement, "Oh, I'm gonna whip their ass this time. I'm really getting their ass." She just was the nurse, not the nurse, the nun, and she was just there. Really, homeboy, they got his head whooped off. Was supposed to be badass, and he got his head whooped off. And fucking Juggernaut was supposed to be a little bitch, but Juggernaut, you know what I'm saying? He dropped his nuts. He was like, bitch, it's time to go. And he ended up being the badass of the episode. And then Tamaki ended up pulling the heartstrings. You know what I'm saying? She ended up, this episode specifically, you ended up feeling for her more than you did before. You end up, the ecchi was there, but it wasn't bothersome.
Wasn't crazy.
Wasn't too crazy. It was expected at this point. And it didn't take away from any moment. Like, I hate when they build up for a punchline and it's a bad punchline. You know what I'm saying? They didn't build up for any punchline with this one. They just gave you the jokes, quick punchlines, and then everything else was serious. And they kept it serious from that point on. Sure, she got her clothes beat the fuck off of her or whatever, but at the same time, she was still taken serious in the moment.
And I think she's about to get a new power up, but that's in the next one. We see like
I think so too.
A form that could come. But what would you rate episode 20 of Fire Force?
Solid 4.4.
Yeah, I was thinking 4.3. I'm right there with you. 4.3.
Mhm.
Thought it was good. Enjoyed Juggernaut. Enjoyed Tamaki. Love seeing that dude die. Shows the stakes in Fire Force are just getting realer and realer and realer as they face more white clad. And mind you, the white clad dudes are strong as fuck.
Oh
Crollo.
yeah,
And then we're seeing like the purple
you see that.
mages. Like we got the Sharon led people, and this is the purple ones. Like we seeing all these different factions of the evangelists. So it's like, oh, they're real serious enemies. The next one we have is Enemy Contact. Tamaki struggles to get Juggernaut back to the surface. Takegi and Hina will find themselves at odds with each other, as well as a new threat from the White Clad. Shinra suddenly comes face to face with an old adversary, aka Dr. Giovanni, and Arthur comes to his rescue. Meanwhile, Tamaki's about to look like she's about to die, and then all of a sudden Captain Obi and the second captain come in, and then like the second captain was like, yo, Obi, stand back. He was like, nigga, I'm Obi, and Obi give one punch man's the evangelist, which was dope. I need to see Arthur and Shinra beat Giovanni's ass. Giovanni should not make it out of this.
Yeah. First of all, Giovanni's a nasty nigga, son.
His
This nigga's
insect
a
shit.
bug. This nigga is disgusting.
Ugh.
First, everything about this nigga is just
He is worse than,
why.
you know who he reminded me of at first? He reminded me of that dude from Bleach,
Mm-hmm.
the guy that was the science leader with the
clown nigga.
yeah, he reminded me of him, but like Giovanni's just like this
The
nasty
worst,
ass.
bro.
Yeah, he's the worst.
I don't
Fuck
like him at
Giovanni.
all. I've never
Also,
liked him, and he's just gradually gotten worse.
Can Hinowa stand up for Maki? Like, that was pissing me off. Like, Takagi just saying anything to her, like, she a gorilla, she did. Like, Hinowa, stand up for Maki, bro. Like, Maki's not here to defend herself. That was pissing me off the whole time.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That shit wasn't cool.
Fuck the brother.
I definitely don't like her brother at all. He was just being a bitch the whole time, just like bitching and moaning. It's like, son, shut the fuck up. Like, you're not contributing to anything. We're literally in the trenches right now on a crazy mission,
And you talking to
and
me
you
about
could be
Maki.
doing something. You already a handicap ass nigga with one arm. Your arm broken, son. You got your shit rocked last time. You need us. We here protecting you, low key. You low key a liability, nigga. Because if you get fucked up, you can't even help yourself. Then we gonna have to help you. We don't even know if we can help you, nigga. You might just have to fuck around and die. And if you die, you gonna fuck around, be a zombie. We got to kill your stupid ass.
And then we gonna have Maki sad. Like,
it's like, and not only that, but you bitching and moaning the whole way through. That's the adding insult to injury that I
fuck
can't
that
deal
brother,
with.
bro. Like, gosh.
That nigga was annoying. Like, he was annoying the whole time.
I just wanted Hinowa to just be a badass. Like, he has to explode on this dude. Like, it's time. But I did like being a Forged in Fire fan of how that the white class person's power was like when you heat up steel and like he was heating it up to harden it. Thought that was fire. Love
They
that.
made him super comical. Like, that was the funny shit. Like, I didn't think they was gonna make him go out like that, and I didn't think he was gonna be that quickly dealt with. And I didn't think he was gonna. The whole time they were talking, someone was like doing a Terry Crews titty flex. Like, he was like, dum, 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 dum. I'm like,
I
this
gotta
dude is
give
a clown.
Okubo his props, man. Okubo is coming up with very interesting ways to continuously change fire and make it into a power and make it fresh every time.
Yeah, I'm proud of my boy for that. Cause I'm not gonna lie, man.
I've never seen
came a
fire
long
be
way from
used this
Soul
many
Eater.
ways. Yeah, like this is nuts. So
I'm proud.
loved all of the stuff, the different things. And then Tamaki, we saw her almost go like 9 tails form. Like her tails like grew, and then like that was good for her. But this was a solid episode. And then we find out that the Inca's like protector is like the zombie lady who turned shit to bombs and basically figures out that they fell into a trap and they were setting it up to set bombs all under Tokyo to sink it. So how will they save it? That's what we're gonna have to see next episode. But Fire Force, great. This episode, out of 1 out of 5, I'd give a solid 4-4.
Like, I really, this one flipped it for me, because before, Tamaki was just a fucking waste of space, waste of screen time. Now I'm actually coming off of this feeling hella sorry for her, feeling hella hopeful for her. Like you said, the new transformation she got looked like some nine-tailed Kyuubi kind of transformation. It was always teased since the beginning, but she never used it. So to me, I'm just like, bro, you just look cool for nothing. And now I feel like we're finally, and it takes me not being a sexist, you know what I'm saying? Because at first, we had a conversation like last episode or the episode before last about Shinra not being strong. Shinra's not really that nigga right now. You know what I'm saying? He's low-key getting his ass whooped at every corner. And I feel like now we might see something different with Giovanni and Arthur. But at the same time, Tamaki is the same way. She's not supposed to start off strong. Maybe we see her start off, and I guess the Letcher shit just kind of fucked it up, because Shinra don't have that goofy aspect for me to be like, Shinra's just a waste of space. Because you could tell she has potential with her design, the power-up design, and just the fact that they stick her in all kinds of places. But now I'm seeing they're kind of giving her these big L's to make her into the underdog.
A better
And
person.
they didn't make you feel for her at the beginning. Now you feel for her. Now it's like, okay, she's a real person. She's a real issue. She's a real force to be reckoned with in the show, maybe. It just crushed me that she was about to get her shit rocked and she was calling out for Shinra, like, Shinra, save me. I'm like, Shinra can't save you, baby.
Yes.
I'm sorry. You gonna die. I'm like, this your second. I was mad at that point because I was so hyped off of the last episode. I'm like, I'm back. Tamaki gang. And in this episode, I'm like, you had a chance to show that you wasn't shit. Like you wasn't
She
ain't
tried,
shit. Ain't
but
shit.
that thing was stronger than her, man. She's not there yet.
She's not there yet.
Hopefully
I do
she gets
respect the
there.
fact that she got saved. I do respect the fact that everything went on.
Obi was like, yeah, I'm that dude. Bow.
Obi really came through in the clutch. I wasn't even expecting that. I thought Obi was gonna struggle at least a little bit. Obi fucking whooped this nigga ass effortlessly. The other niggas was like, damn, he dead? He dead for real? Damn, this nigga crazy.
One hit a quitter Obi, man. That shit was fire. So
yeah, I give this one a strong 4.6, maybe 4.7, just because
you're right. I want to give this one 4.5.
shit.
I want to give it 4.5, 4.5, 4.6. I'm with you. You're right.
That Giovanni shit was pressure too. Just how uncomfortable I was with that bug shit. Like I don't like bugs and I don't like Giovanni.
And speaking on Shinra, I want to see Shinra's like, I know him and Arthur are going to do this together, but I need to see Shinra do something by himself.
He got nerfed instantly.
Like, he's been doing stuff like he fought Sharon. Sharon hasn't had a dub in a while. Like this season, he lost to Sharon. He lost to Nakatu's like guy. I forget that.
He lost
name.
Painfully to Sharon too. Sharon whooped his fucking ass.
He lost to both those dudes. Like the black smoke guy, he lost to him. Like he lost to a lot of people this season.
Yeah, my boy Ogun is showing out more than him. My boy fucking Arthur is showing out more than him. Shinra's low key not looking like the MC right now.
Not looking like the hero that he wants to be. So hopefully he has like a breakthrough. Because
literally bitches calling on you, nigga, and you off getting your ass whooped somewhere.
He got to figure out how to put power behind his kicks. Because everybody has been telling him, like, even Giovanni said it again. He was like, you fast, nigga, but like you're not strong.
You still a bitch. And I hate Giovanni doing that because Giovanni's the worst.
Fuck Giovanni. But yeah, that's all we got this week. Chris, tell the people where they can find you at on social media.
Find your boy at Chris SJE on Twitter, at Chris SJE on Instagram. Go on my Instagram, look at my latest post. It should still be there. Tag Hypeland. Your boy trying to get Jug the Hypeland commercial. And then go cop some Hypeland. And man, they got the fucking drip on deck. You feel me? I'm about to be way more active as far as just new content dropping because there's so much new shit. Like, just brace yourselves because the end of 2020 and the beginning of 2021, nigga, I'm about to start unrolling everything that I was supposed to unroll at the beginning of this year. I just don't give a fuck. I got more shit in the cut than most. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not Uzi. I'm not about to hold this shit. I'm not Cardi. I'm not about to not drop.
Hell yeah. Y'all make sure y'all go follow Chris on all those things and go comment on his posts as well. Y'all can follow me at LimBWT. Follow the Bros Who Think at Bros Who Think. A lot of good Bros Who Think content out. Like we said, the Bros Who Think podcast is out. There's a new running back out with Superbad. We reviewed the Superbad movie with Jonah Hill.
I should have been on that.
Cera.
That's gas. I can't wait to watch that.
Shit was fire. Also, we got some anime content coming. A new 5 reasons why you should read Eden Zero. That'll be out later in the week. We also got a Run It Back anime coming out next week. We didn't announce the movie yet. Should we announce the movie? Give it to them. Give it to the people.
Man, let's let them wait because it's a big one. I want to let y'all guess. Like, what y'all think we gonna do? Because this is a big that's one. A big hint. It's a big one.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest ones. So that'll be out sometime next week. But be on the lookout for all that. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube for all that, or follow us at Bros Who Think for more information. But for Chris, my name is Lyndon. You guys have a good one. We will talk to y'all very, very soon. Until then, peace.